So today we are making natural deodorant. We're starting with baking soda, arrowroot powder, coconut oil, and we're also going to use some essential oils, a mason jar, and a ceramic bowl to mix this all up in. So we're doing equal parts baking soda, arrowroot powder, and coconut oil. I'm just doing a 1/4 cup of each. And then we are going to mix it up, and this takes about 5 minutes, and this stuff works really well. I normally get kind of stinky when I try different antiperspirants and deodorant, and I know deodorant is so much better, but there's so many crappy deodorants out there with really yucky ingredients in it, so it's nice to be able to make it ourselves. We're also adding in eucalyptus oil, and I'm just pushing from the sides to the middle until it creams into a nice paste. And we're adding peppermint oil as well. I did about 30 drops of eucalyptus and about 10 to 15 drops of peppermint oil. And then I'm just gonna stick it in this mason jar here, push it down, and this is a great way to store it. And there you have it. A few tips on the deodorant if you decide to make it. First off, I've been using this for about a week now, and it is amazing. It's just as good as the really expensive stuff I used to buy. And I tested it on a day when it was really hot all of a sudden, and I was wearing kind of a lot of clothes and I was sweating, and I went to the gym. Armpits were fresh, and I'm the kind of person who sweats a lot, and I have had a really hard time over the years with being really stinky. I used to use store-bought deodorants, like natural deodorants, and I'd have to put them on like 50 times a day. Not actually this dramatic, but probably like 3 or 4 times a day. Tip number 1, when you mix it, it's gonna feel like it's not mixing together, and you're gonna want to add more coconut oil, but just keep using the spoon and pushing from the sides down into the middle, and eventually it will cream together. It'll only take like a minute. And if you're in a cold place like I was, our weather has been going back and forth, but it was cold when I made it, and it only took a couple minutes to cream it into a paste. But if you're in a warm climate, obviously it'll happen a lot faster. Number 2 is the consistency. Depending on where you live, this is either going to be hard, like it is where we are. We're in Washington and it's cold right now, but in the summertime this is going to be probably really runny, but whatever, it's same ingredients, it'll still work. It just might be a little messier. And I just use the back of my finger to scrape out like a teaspoon, and then I just rub it into my armpits. Number 3, essential oils. I used eucalyptus oil and peppermint oil, but you can use anything that you want. You can use lavender, you can use lavender rose, orange. You could do no essential oils at all if you didn't want any scent, if you're super sensitive. And then the last thing is detoxing. You should know, if you've never used truly natural deodorant, when you switch even to the store-bought natural deodorants or something like this, you will most likely go through what happened to me, which was I detoxed, meaning I sweat a lot and I stunk a lot, and so it took a while for my body to adjust, but I gave it time, and within a week or 2 I adjusted and I stopped stinking, but my body was letting off the toxins that were stuck in there from, years of using antiperspirant. So keep those things in mind. I hope you love this deodorant as much as I do. It's amazing, it saves money, it's super easy to make, and you control the ingredients that are in it, which is a huge plus.